The wind did not blow that night. It waited. Adana stood before the ancient stone temple, her baby pressed tightly against her chest. Tears rolled down her cheeks, but she did not wipe them away. Her arms wrapped around her son as if the world itself wanted to steal him. Behind her, the forest was silent. Inside the temple, the statue's eyes began to glow red. And everyone in Amodi village knew what that meant. Many years before Adana was born, the village had faced a terrible famine. The crops failed. The rivers dried. Children cried from hunger. Desperate and afraid, the elders journeyed deep into the forbidden forest where the old temple stood. They knelt before the stone statue and begged the ancient spirit for help. The spirit answered. Rain fell from empty skies. The land healed. The harvest returned. But nothing spiritual comes without a price. A voice echoed from the temple that night, every generation, the firstborn child would be offered in return. And so the covenant was sealed. For decades, the villagers obeyed. On quiet nights, drums would beat softly while a firstborn child was carried into the forest. No one questioned it. The village survived, but fear lived in every home. Then Adana gave birth under a blood-red moon. Her son, Chima, came into the world with a strange spiral mark on his shoulder. When the village priest saw it, he trembled. "He is chosen," he whispered. Chosen meant sacrifice. The word spread quickly. Women avoided Adana's eyes. Men lowered their heads in silence. The drums were prepared. But Adana's heart refused to surrender. On the night of the offering, as the drums echoed through the village, she wrapped Chima tightly in cloth and slipped out through the back of her hut. The air was heavy. The moon hid behind dark clouds. She ran into the forest. Branches scratched her skin. Leaves whipped across her face. Her breath came fast, but she did not stop. She would run until her legs failed if she had to. Then the wind turned cold. The trees stopped moving. The forest darkened unnaturally. And suddenly, she was no longer running. She stood at the entrance of the temple. The statue's red eyes burned brighter than ever. The ground trembled as a deep voice filled the air. "You break the covenant." Adana trembled, but she tightened her hold on her child. "You have taken enough from us," she cried. "No more children." The statue stepped forward from its stone frame. Red cracks spread across its body like burning veins. Dust fell from the ceiling. The wind roared violently, lifting leaves into a swirling storm around them. "You survived because of me," the spirit thundered. "And he will survive because of me," Adana shouted back. Chima did not cry. Instead, the spiral mark on his shoulder began to glow gold. The golden light grew brighter, pushing against the red glow of the statue. The spirit's voice weakened. "I am sustained by belief, by fear." In that moment, Adana understood. The temple had power only because the villagers believed it did. Their fear fed it. Their obedience strengthened it. For generations, they had given it authority. But love was not fear. And love could not be controlled. Adana stepped forward, even as the ground shook beneath her feet. "If you want a life," she said bravely, "take mine." The red light flickered. The wind stopped. The golden glow from Chima expanded, filling the temple with warm light. The statue began to crack. Small fractures turned into deep splits running across its body. With a thunderous sound, the statue shattered into pieces. The red eyes went dark. The storm vanished. Silence fell over the forest. The temple spirit was gone. When Adana walked back into the village at dawn, carrying her child, the people stared in disbelief. The sky was calm. The air felt lighter. No thunder struck. No curse followed. The temple lay in ruins. For the first time in generations, the village felt something new. Not fear. Freedom. The elders fell to their knees, not before a spirit, but before a mother who dared to say no. And from that day forward, no child in Amodi village was ever sacrificed again. Chime did not grow up as an offering. He grew up as the boy who ended the curse. Because fear gives power to darkness. But love destroys it.